Hello, everyone. Thank you for checking out this episode of Nerd Caliber. I'm here with the Indian Hufflepuff, and we're going to talk about her amazing Nightwing cosplay. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Excellent, excellent. So this looks great. Uh, so let's talk about the beginning process behind this. What was the first thing? What made you decide to cosplay the character, first of all?
Well, I've always loved Teen Titans and I really enjoyed Robin. And I didn't really get into cosplay until like 2019. So I was 23 and I thought, cosplaying someone a little older. He's Nightwing and he's in his 20s when he's Nightwing. So I thought that'd be a better fit than cosplaying Robin, who's like a teenager. And I do like his character overall. He's like an older brother. I'm an older sibling. Just his responsibility and his drive. I just overall enjoy him as a character.
Hmm.
That's what makes you choose him.
So what was the first thing you thought of when you're trying to conceptualize to make this cosplay? What's the first thing that you had to do to start this?
Well, I bought this costume. I didn't build it, but the hard part too was that there wasn't a lot of female Nightwing costumes out there. So that was a difficulty. And then trying to find one that would fit me properly. Like there was some sites that didn't offer that. Other ones only offered male costumes, which would not fit. I'm 5'2", that doesn't work. And so that was a little bit of a struggle. I could only order from China. And I was lucky they had customization. So I was able to mix and match and get somewhere I liked. I will like to update it and modify a different costume eventually.
Um, some cosplayers that I've talked to have had trouble when they order something, and then they have to do a lot of like modifications to the costume because it didn't either the measurements were wrong or some sort of mishap, so they had to fix it themselves. Did you have to do anything like that?
Not like with the costume itself. I did change up a few things. So like the gloves, these original gloves were way too big for my hands. But then I found like these at Walmart. They're like weightlifting gloves and they had the blue and they seem to work a lot better. And then same with the mask. The mask they gave me like was way too big for my face. But I ended up getting a black cat mask after that. And then the problem with the masks I had was I couldn't get a lot of emotion through. So then I saw Harley Quinn tutorial and they painted theirs on and I was like, oh, I'll give that a try. And it stuck since then. And
Okay.
it just looks cleaner in my opinion. And you're able to like move your eyebrows and just it feels more open.
Oh, okay, okay. So what makeup or effects did you have to do to create the mask exactly?
Well, I first did it. It was just all eyeliner. So, but now I've gotten mine Mayron paint, and I actually just trace over the mask they gave me, and then I fill it in, make the eyes a little bit bigger, so you're able to see my eye makeup. Because I put a lot of time into that. I would like it to be seen on through the camera. I started with red lipstick and that didn't really fit. And I ended up trying black lipstick. It's been building since, 2019. I've made changes. I'd like to make more eventually, but right now I'm comfortable with where it is. I'll probably change it up hopefully next year. And
Okay, so your hair, it looks like you're actually using your real hair for this.
yeah, I just straighten it. I naturally have curly hair. I did try like a pixie wig to get that look and it didn't really fit. I do have a Robin character now where I have I have a ponytail extension. So then when I do transitions between the two characters, it's like he cut his hair when he got older to have more of like a mature look or to try to build off of that and make it distinguished. So.
Some cosplayers, they look at their cosplay as a changing form of art, always constant change of some sort. Do you see the same way with your Nightwing cosplay? Do you feel that it's complete? Do you think that you want to do some modifications in the future?
Yeah, I do have plans to modify a Black Widow cosplay, and I'd like to be able to cut out my own leather, and then he does have a bird emblem on top of this shape, And I'd like to be able to add that. And he does have a red costume, so being able to interchange those two would be nice. And I did make his batons. Eventually, I'd like to be able to attach them to my back. So whether that be magnets or a strap backpack idea. So just changing everything. I think it's always going to change. I know with my other cosplays, they've gone through so many different iterations, just trying to get it perfect. I like accuracy because it just feels like I'm embodying the character a little bit more and being able to modify until a point that I like it. If I'll ever get there, we'll see.
Now, this is not your first Teen Titan cosplay. You've done Beast Boy, you've done Raven. Is there a particular favorite?
I almost have all the Teen Titans. The only one I'm missing is Cyborg, and I've never worked with electronics, so eventually. But my favorite so far is probably Raven. I like being mysterious and being able to explore like a darker side, and that way it's interesting. But with most of the Teen Titans, I have to paint my face, so it's a little bit more work. But the payoff is awesome. I actually just finished a cosplay for Raven. So now I have her actual canon cosplay. It's not a casual version of the character. So that was exciting. And again, I've been developing all of them since 2019. Starfire's gone through so many different iterations. And a lot of it is thanks to my roommate, Maddie, or Little Bitty Ginge. She's been doing cosplay for like 10 years. I wouldn't know how to do makeup in terms of painting my face if it wasn't for her. And that's been a lot of experimentations, from going from Walmart face paint to Schnazaru to Mayron. So a lot of just testing and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but Raven's definitely a top one.
What do you have any tips when it comes to posing for photos or anything like that?
Biggest one is angles. Like, find your favorite angle you like to be at in terms of, and then lighting. I went to an art school, so I had experience with that. So you want to have a backlight, a fill light, and then ideally another fill light to get 3 different angles and light the costume the way you want. I usually just do the basic superhero pose. Depending on who the character is, Raven would usually have this. Starfire is usually like a little more cutesy. And it depends on the look you're going for, and what positions you are comfortable getting into. Some of them, I'm not super flexible. That it's hard to move in some costumes. This one, I'm lucky enough I'm able to be able to bend down if I want to get into one of the the superhero landing positions. So yeah, biggest thing I found was Pinterest for inspiration. They're great.
So if someone comes up to you and says, I love what you're doing, I want to learn to cosplay as well, is there any advice you would give them about how to start cosplaying?
I'd say find a character you really enjoy and you want to cosplay, and don't let anything really hold you back. I know when I started, it was intimidating, because I am a person of color and I'm a girl. So cosplaying Nightwing, a big fear of mine was that people wouldn't know who I was. And that actually goes for a lot of my characters. But I found that the cosplay community is super welcoming and just overall supportive. So if you're looking to cosplay someone and you're just looking for, in terms of starting, I usually go to Amazon. I find a version that they enjoy and I kind of just hodgepodge pieces together. And then that's how I get a lot of the costumes together. If you want a full one, there's always the full cosplay sites that you could go to, but a lot of it's just on you to pick a character you really enjoy and you want to imitate and go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. It's so much fun, and I wish I started it sooner.
Where can people see more of your work online on social media?
I have Instagram, so same username, and then I have TikTok, in both Indian Hufflepuff.
Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
Hopefully, we can go to cons again. And I always update my Instagram, so when I can go to a con, I will put that on there. And yeah, just keep going.
Was there someone or something you wanted to give a shout out to?
Oh yes, like I said, my roommate, Little Bitty Ginge, she's on Instagram and TikTok as well. Her makeup and cosplays are phenomenal. She's been developing them for 10 years, so they're super far along. So go check her out. I wouldn't be here without her. Yeah, so thank you.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So to our viewers out there, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Stay tuned for more cosplay content. And Indian Hufflepuff, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. This is great. I can't wait for conventions to come back too.
Yes, hopefully it's soon.